This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, students who are unable to get home for Christmas receive gifts that are putting smiles on their faces. A family favourite returns to the Settlers Museum, where a special man is busy taking orders. And we'll find out why a local singer hopes her EP puts a new spin on country music. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. Staff at the University of Otago have created something special for students who can't make it home for Christmas. The International Office has created hundreds of care packages for those staying in the city over the holidays and is bringing plenty of smiles to students' faces.
It's the season of giving. Staff at the University of Otago's International Office are handing out gifts for students spending Christmas time in Dunedin.
So we've been sort of realising that over the years there's a lot of international students and domestic students, mostly postgrads, that stay in Dunedin for whatever reason and around Christmas. From the international perspective, we were just worried that they might be alone.
The scheme began 3 years ago as a way to give international students something to look forward to on what can be a lonely day away from home. The International Office, OUSA and the University Chaplain have created 250 packs that include socks, chocolates and an invite to an annual Christmas lunch. Staff say the packs have been flying out the door.
They're really, really happy with them and they sort of go through the packs and look at what they've got. They're just little things, but I think they really appreciate the thought and that the Dunedin community is really looking after them this Christmas.
Otago University is home to around 2,000 international students. Often many postgraduate and PhD students stay in the city over the summer period, leaving them without family for Christmas. University staff believe they have a duty to help their students any day of the year.
Well, it's just part of our sort of responsibility and code of conduct for the university. Even though we're about to shut for Christmas and New Year's, we've got a responsibility for the students. We want to make sure that they're looked after and feel part of the Dunedin community.
The office has handed out 200 packs so far, all to help the city's students feel included this festive season. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
Last-minute Christmas shoppers seized an opportunity to get final presents and stock up on fresh produce this morning. Organisers of the Otago Farmers Market again put on a special market to help equip locals with fresh food ahead of Christmas Day. Around 50 stalls filled the railway station car park, but after just a few hours, most had been well picked over. The midweek event was the final farmers market for the year, with organisers and stall holders taking a break this weekend. The next market will be held on the 2nd of January. An old Dunedin Christmas favourite is proving popular with today's youngsters. The Pixie Town display is back at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum, providing parents with an antidote to the city's busy shopping malls. And it's giving kids a chance to put in their last-minute gift requests to the big man in red.
Visiting St Nick just in the nick of time. Hundreds of local children have been taking the opportunity to let Santa know what they want for Christmas. And so far, there's been several trends emerging.
I think my Danish elves will be very busy with Lego this year. So many have asked for it. Even a lot of the girls have been asking for it. We've had lots of prams and bicycles, Nerf guns. There's quite a few others.
He's pleased to see children foregoing technology in favour of more active presents like bicycles and scooters. While it's been enjoyable spending time with locals ahead of Christmas, the recent hot weather has been a challenge for the North Pole native.
The reindeer got real heat stressed. Yes, they were not happy at all. But having dressed up for the North Pole, it can be a bit rough. But Dunedin's made up for it by being such a hospitable place. It's beautiful.
Toitu's annual Pixie Town exhibition is also back for another year, featuring displays dating back over 70 years. It's been proving popular with both adults and children alike. This year, staff are leaving it up post-Christmas to allow more people to visit. But there's one person who won't be sticking around.
Me and Mrs. Claus, we're off. We're off to Scandinavia. We're going to do some sightseeing on the glaciers while they're still there. And we're just going to have a lot of fun.
There's still a lot of work to be done before Santa can head off on holiday, with plenty of local children eager to put in their last-minute gift requests. But it's nothing compared to the busy night that awaits him tomorrow. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Dunedin police have made an arrest in relation to the assault of a female cyclist earlier this month. 56-year-old Jonathan Paul Ashteloni appeared in the Dunedin District Court today, charged with assault. The 45-year-old female victim was unknown to the accused. She suffered minor injuries in the attack on Portsmouth Drive, where she was grabbed off her bike and punched several times. The alleged offender has been remanded in custody and will reappear in early February. A local songstress is making progress in her dream of becoming a country singer. Bronwyn Halley, who goes under the pseudonym Belle, has just released her debut EP, but she's hoping it'll help put a new spin on country music in New Zealand.
Singing to her own tune. Local country singer Belle is playing some of her favourite tracks from a newly released album.
It's called It's About Time, and it's been a long time going, hence the name. It's sort of a contemporary country music. It's all originals, all by myself, a couple with a bit of help from a friend, and yeah, it was recorded earlier this year.
The 22-year-old singer recently released her first EP, something she's been working on for several months. A handful of songs were written during her time studying at Mains in Auckland, but the album was completed in Dunedin. She's been learning music since she was 4 years old and says finishing her EP is an ode to her love of music.
I've wanted to do music since I was like 11. I fell in love with singing and songwriting, and yeah, so the inspiration for each song as such is like from everyday life and things.
Another local musician, Bevan Gardner, helped Belle complete her EP. The debut album was recorded at Art House Media Studios with help from a small team and crowdsourced funding. Belle is looking forward to seeing how people interpret her spin on traditional country music.
I hope it offers a current take of country music for New Zealanders. There's still a bit, most people are still a bit stuck in the traditional country scene in New Zealand, I feel, so it'll be nice to bring something new to the table.
Belle's already claiming success with her EP starting to move copies. Now she's looking ahead to the new year and taking her music on the road. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, we find out why Tairi health professionals are uniting, and we'll check out the headline stories for December.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices are just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
Pellet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pellet fires, so easy, so efficient.
She's 21 metres long with a 6.7 metre beam. She can support diving, seafloor mapping and sampling, deep water measurements and has onboard laboratories. She has a range of 1,000 nautical miles, which means the Polaris 2 can take your studies further than you ever thought possible. My name's Will Raymond, and this is My Place in the World.
Take your place in the world.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484-7272.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warrant of fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility Scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 Canudwood Street, opposite Westpac.
McClellan Refrigeration is your one-stop shop for heat pumps in Dunedin. We have a range of heating, air conditioning and refrigeration solutions. We also have 20 years experience. McClellan Refrigeration, call us on 477 0088.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield, with over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
Welcome back. An additional $3.6 million is being budgeted for the latest stage of the Leith Flood Protection Scheme. It's part of an almost $40 million total redevelopment project being undertaken by the Otago Regional Council. The extra money will go towards a section of work on Leith Street near the St David Street footbridge. Regional Council staff are yet to calculate the final costings of the entire project. The work is set to start next month. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 47 points. It's now at 6,195. And the ASX 200 is up 34 points. And to the exchange rates, the Kiwi dollar is up against all the currencies that we follow. Health professionals on the Taieri are banding together to better support the community's most vulnerable residents. Dan Masterpick of the Family Mental Health Service is involved and he joins us to talk about the initiative. Good evening.
Thanks for having me.
Dan, tell us about this group that's been set up.
Yeah, for the most part, it's a group of health and social service professionals that have gotten together and formed a partnership. The idea being that we provide a multi-agency response where it appears to be complex needs.
How will it help to enhance support?
Well, I think one of the challenges that Mosgiel has is that a number of agencies actually come from Dunedin and actually provide services to the Mosgiel staff. But once they finish, they often go home. So I guess the idea that what we were trying to do is keep them in town for a bit longer. And I guess we were probably trying to get three things out of it. One was probably to improve the communication. We wanted to make sure that the clients that were out there that needed the services probably got the right service. And I think we probably wanted to make sure that there was no one really sort of falling in between the gaps of health and social service agencies.
When did this idea come about?
Well, as strange as it sounds, it was probably something that came about because of the Christchurch earthquake. And at the time, the Christchurch earthquake, there was quite a bit of forming going on of agencies, and there were some good ideas that were coming out of Christchurch. And so we thought, we don't actually need an earthquake for us to do something similar. We were fortunate in that a couple of members from our group, including myself, were actually based in the Mossgiel area, and we were able to identify a need at that time. So what we did was I sort of took the ball and ran with it.
Tell us about the different services that are involved.
Well, at the moment there's about 8 services, but I think the intent was never to actually go out and recruit agencies. We've got 8 agencies now, and we're conscious that at times it'll probably come and go. So at the moment there's 3 agencies that are from the Mossgiel area, and that's the Family Mental Health Service when we're part of the Well South Primary Mental Health Network, or Primary Health Network. There's the Tyree College. There's Turning Point Counseling Service, and then from Dunedin we've got Corpac Trust, Anglican Family Care, Presbyterian Support, and I don't know, that's about 8.
How's it working so far?
Well, so far I think it's good. I mean, I think for the most part there's always going to be some challenges. I guess what I can say is that we sort of always envisioned that would be a work in progress, and what we'd probably have to do is continue to sort of evaluate as things go on. I guess one of the things that we probably thought that we would be able to benefit is probably helping some of those agencies such as Ministry of Justice and CYF and probably the police sort of manage some of those high-risk clients that they might deal with. At the moment it hasn't eventuated, but I guess the reality for us is that we always knew that it was going to be a bit of a long-term project.
Who can access the service?
Well, for the most part, anyone in the Tyree area, and I guess what we would consider the Tyree area would probably be Green Island and Mossgiel area, and probably the Outram areas. And essentially what we do is we'll take either self-referrals, or people can actually refer themselves, be referred from another agency.
What are some of the common issues that you're facing?
Well, I think the primary issue that we've dealt with, and we've probably been receiving 1 to 2 referrals at this moment per month, and we've been going for about 5 months, is probably actually been families where we've got people who have health issues, but yet they're also having issues in dealing with some of the behavior with their children. So that seems to be sort of the primary thing that we're dealing with at the moment.
Is this kind of thing being done anywhere else?
Well,
apart from Christchurch?
I guess what I would say is that this might be unique, but I guess it's probably not unlike some other services. And I guess, for the most part, what I would say is that when we were doing it, we were looking at what was best for the community, and we thought that we came up with something that probably suited the community needs. That doesn't mean that what we're doing is any better than any other projects that are going on. It's just that we felt that at the time that this is probably what the community needed.
From the Family Mental Health Service, Day and Musterpick, thank you so much for your time and Merry Christmas.
Thanks for having me.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, we'll take a look at the stories making local headlines so far this month, and we're on the streets to see if you're taking a Christmas holiday.
Help delay the signs of ageing with Collagen Plus from Silverhorn. Collagen Plus helps supplement your body's own natural production of collagen, giving you firmer, healthier, younger looking skin, shinier, healthier hair and stronger nails. It's restoring your beauty from within, and it's great value. 3-month supply, that's 180 capsules, is just $98. We'll pay the courier charge to you, and we'll give you a luxurious face cream as well. Beauty from the inside and the outside. Give us a call today, 0800 502 402.
Congratulations, you're getting married. Hi, I'm James Morris, wedding celebrant, and it's my privilege and a pleasure to bring you the perfect ceremony for your perfect day. Don't wait or contemplate. Your consultation is free with no obligation. James Morris, hedges.co.nz.
Hedges are something we almost take for granted. A good hedge needs regular maintenance to look its best and to add value and character to your property. For all your hedge care needs, call the team at SGC Services on 0800 783 453.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
They've got all. It's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee, and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's really important that the customers, when they come in here, have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the Good Oil is all about.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield, with over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices is just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Welcome back. Well, it's time now to recap what's been making the news this month. December's been a busy month full of cricket, crime and citywide Christmas preparation. The Black Caps began their summer season on local ground, taking on Sri Lanka, and Otago Museum unveiled its latest spectacle with the help of a NASA astronaut.
Starting summer with a bang, the Black Caps took to University Oval in a 5-day test against Sri Lanka, coming away with a win. While playing in his hometown, Captain Brendan McCullum announced it would be his last test in Dunedin before retirement.
I love playing cricket in Dunedin, as I do many other grounds in New Zealand as well. It's obviously a special place to me. I've had a lot of experiences out here, not just international cricket, but domestic and club and school cricket as well. So, yeah, it's something that you'll look back on fondly, but I don't get too sentimental.
Fellow Black Cap Grant Elliott was also in town, graduating from Otago Polytechnic with a Bachelor in Applied Management. Police appealed to the public for any information in the sexual assault of a female runner at Ross Creek. Specialist forensic investigators cordoned off parts of the Central City Recreation Reserve in the hopes of finding the man responsible.
We're looking for anyone that has seen someone wearing the clothing described in front of you. Also keen to hear from anyone who's seen a discarded balaclava in the wider area.
A flurry of crime against females around the city caused concern among the community. A woman's body was found on Strathallan Street after she was murdered by a 20-year-old male, and a cyclist was attacked by a man who punched her off her bike. Dunedin became home to the world's southernmost planetarium. It took Otago Museum staff over 2 years of planning and building to get the new Dome Theatre ready, and it was opened with the help of a real-life astronaut.
Really exciting to go in there and to see the stars and the galaxies and the special effects they have. Really, really well done. I think it'll have a great ability to inspire kids, and that's what it's for, to let kids sit and look up at the stars and dream about the things that they could do.
George Street packed out as thousands of Dunedin students graduated with a range of qualifications. For many, it meant their time in the city was over after years of education at Otago. Highlanders' first 5'8", Lima Sapawanga was named Super Rugby Player of the Year after a stellar season. But he didn't revel in his success for too long, instead turning his focus to training with the champion side.
There's a little bit of a target on our backs now, you know, winning last season, so ideally I'd say the goal was to try make it back to the final and see what happens. So 216 presents a new challenge.
Following staunch public pressure, it was announced that Dunedin's historic courthouse will be strengthened and restored by the government to the tune of $15 million. The month wound to a close as residents geared up for Christmas, and local organisations did their part to help make it special for those in need. Elim Church created hundreds of Christmas parcels for prisoners, ensuring everyone felt part of the festive season. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
Well, the Christmas break is nearly upon us, with the big day fast approaching. But not everyone will get time off to enjoy the holiday, with many staying in the city to work. So with that in mind, our Word on the Street team asked members of the public if they're taking time off over the break.
So we just on a 3 months holiday. Just been playing cricket over the summers and nothing much else than that. Just been getting some new bats for my collection.
Not much, just chilling out. And then I'm away to my uncle's in the last 2 weeks in January.
I'm actually down from Australia to see my family for Christmas, which is really fun, but not down for long, going back before New Year's.
Got a couple of weeks off from uni, so going to train during the summer period and see how it goes.
Well, I'm going camping for 4 weeks in Wanaka, Aviemore. We're getting back around the end of the school holiday, so that's what I'll be doing.
Well, we're camping in Wanaka. We're going up on Christmas Eve and we'll be there for about 3 weeks.
No, I'm a chef, so not really, no.
I'm also a chef, so there's no breaks, unfortunately. Get a couple of days off, but that's about it.
Well, I'm from the UK and I'm on a break for 3 months here, so I've got a daughter lives here, so yeah, that's about my 15th time to Dunedin.
No, I'm just at home with the family for Christmas, yeah.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The city's international students are being given care packages to help them get through the Christmas period while away from home. Kids of all ages are putting in their last-minute present requests to Santa Claus before he leaves the city on Christmas Eve. And a local country singer is looking forward to the new year as she plans a tour to coincide with the release of her debut album. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be in Thursday's Otago Daily Times Christmas Eve. Barry Stewart, what have you got for us?
Lots of good things, Rebecca. The way has been cleared for Kim.com to be extradited to the United States, but have we seen the last of him? Unlikely. Growing season from hell sparked a buying frenzy at the Otago Farmers Market, their Christmas market this morning.
Did you get your berries?
I did eventually. That's all I'll say.
I hope Mrs. Stewart is watching.
Should be delighted. She gave me an order and I delivered. So how's that? But anyway, getting back to the story, of course, yes, it was a buying frenzy and they sold out very, very quickly. So you couldn't buy a raspberry or a strawberry. So tough times. Anyway, big changes to provincial rugby are proposed for next season with alterations to the breakdown laws and, of course, more points for a try and less for a penalty. So
lovely.
That'll be. You don't want me to go on? Okay, then
look, I'm sorry, we're just going to have to stop you there, but we will drop in a wee note that Friday's paper is off the cards because it's Christmas Day, but you'll be back on a letterbox on Boxing Day.
Big bumper Boxing Day edition, lots of specials.
Lovely, thank you, Barry. That's tomorrow's ODT. Time now for local weather.
This weather report proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorns Collagen Plus.
And here's tonight's city view. It's taken of a man walking his dog along Blackhead Beach. The temperature at 3 o'clock today, 15 degrees in the central city, 17 elsewhere. Up to the Otago Pallet Fire's title of fishing information. Low tide tomorrow morning's at 10:15. Fishing conditions look good, especially around 12:15 tomorrow afternoon. Weather's looking good tomorrow as well, and we will see you again then. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.